it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today's video is a tag video. I'm so excited. It's been a few weeks since I've done one of these. I don't know why it took me so long to say a few weeks. I just get stuck in my head sometimes. And I was tagged by Beautyplayground, also known as Jess, and she is very sweet. She did this tag a little bit differently, and I'm going to do it the same way. It is the Individual Eyeshadow Tag, and instead of picking out singles, because she didn't have a lot of singles, I don't have a lot of singles, we're going to be picking out individual shadows from the entire collection. Palettes, singles, whatever we have, we're going to use that. So it is 8 questions, and let's just get started. So what is the best base eyeshadow? For me, the best base eyeshadow is something that is creamy and like vanilla and not too pigmented, and that would be Kinky from the Urban Decay Smoked palette. This is my second smoked palette, and Kinky I did pan and finish all the way, so that's why I know that it is my best base eyeshadow. And let me just show you. See, it's nice and light and vanilla and creamy, but it's still kind of sheer, so it's not going to be too pigmented. What is the best crease eyeshadow? The best crease eyeshadow I have is from my Viseart Grand Pro, and for me it is this color right here. These shades do not have names. It is just a yellow toned brown, and it's really, really nice. Viseart mattes are so amazing. It is such a nice yellowy brown. And the one right next to it, I like to mix those two together and get like the perfect mixture of yellow and brown. I love a yellowy brown crease. It just makes me so happy, and the formula on these Viseart shadows is one of the best. Now you guys may be sitting there thinking, Rachel is picking a bunch of neutral colors. What's going on? She doesn't do neutral looks. What's going on? And honestly, when I first sat down and filled this out, my initial thoughts, I picked neutral colors. I guess that's what I think. If I only have one, I want to default to a neutral look because I like to do both neutral and colorful looks. And so I went through this list again, and I picked out some colorful shadows in the same category of things that I have been loving for the crease, the lid, etc. So the colorful option for the best crease shade is the Urban Decay Electric palette. Basically any of these matte shades I love for the crease, but Thrash, this green right here, I have been so obsessed with putting this in the crease, especially that look that I did last week. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite looks, and it is such a vivid, bright, fabulous color. If you can still find this palette anywhere, I highly recommend you get it. What is the best pop of color? For me, when I think of pop of color, I think you're doing a neutral eye and just adding a little something like on the lower lash line. So I went with the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette and this turquoise shade right here. Again, these shades do not have names, but that's typically, if I'm doing like a brown eye look, I want to go for a pop of like turquoise or blue or something like that. And this is just such a great little palette. The formula on these shadows is really good. Look at that. That's so beautiful. So I don't have a colorful option for this because it already is colorful. What is the best inner corner highlight? For me, that would be Modern Renaissance and Vermeer right here. It is this pinky champagne-y color, and it is very bright and very brightening in your tear duct area, and I truly love this for my inner corners. I would say that it could work for both neutral and colorful looks. So I don't think I need to pick another highlight for colorful looks. And I'm swatching all over my arm. Alright, so what is the best transition shade? For a neutral look for me, that would be from this Ciate Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. That would be Skinny Dip right here. It is this really light, soft brown color. And the mattes in this are so fantastic. Like, I love the formula of the mattes in this, but that is just like the perfect neutral transition. I love it. For a colorful transition, I truly have been enjoying the Divina Cosmetics matte formula, and their light blue shade Verity is really, really nice for transitioning like blue or green. Just a cool tone look. It's really good for that. A cool tone, colorful look. And look how fabulous that is. Look at that pigment. So good. The best dark outer corner shadow, I only picked one because this again works for both colorful and neutral looks. And this is Let's Do It by ColourPop. It is just a matte black. This is one of those blacks that is not too pigmented when you use it with a brush, but when you swatch it, it is super intensely pigmented. But you can put it on lightly and sheerly and build it and make it something really like soft and smoky and subtle, or you can make it super intense and dramatic. It's all up to you. Like, you have a lot of control with this shadow, and I really, really like that because some blacks are just too intense right off the bat and like really hard to blend out and control how much pigment and how much darkness you're putting on your eyes. So Let's Do It from ColourPop is a really good one. Oh, I totally skipped a question. My bad. I jumped right from Crease to Pop of Color and I forgot best lid shade. So for me, for a neutral lid shade, even though this is really new to my collection, I have become obsessed with the Zodiac palette and the Cancer. The Cancer is just so gorgeous, and as a Cancer myself, I'm really happy with the color that Kathleen and ColourPop came up with to represent me, and it is just this beautiful light shimmery shade that is perfect for the lid and for any neutral look, and you can even put it in a colorful look if you want, but for any neutral look, it's a great lid shade. And then for a colorful lid shade, I pulled a couple from Divina because I truly do like their shimmery shadow formula. And the first one is Janae, which I have used in several tutorials. It's this metallic pinky red, and it is so nice. And it does add a really intense pop of color. And then the other one I picked was Cupid, because this is just so delicate and beautiful looking, and I like have no words. It's like Cinderella in an eyeshadow to me is what it looks like. Okay, I am all over the place. I need to switch to this other arm for the last couple. Okay, so we're down to one more. What is the best single shadow all over lid shade? And for me, that means like a one and done color where you can just put it all over the lid, fluff it into the crease, and be done and be good to go. And I really love the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette for looks like that. I could honestly use any of the matte colors in that way, but particularly this center one that's kind of like grayish and rosy and just all over the lid and fluffed into the crease. It looks like you tried really hard. It took you like 60 seconds. So there's that color right there. I highly recommend these mini palettes. They are so good. So those are all of the best individual eyeshadows from my collection. It ranges between so many palettes, and I am going to tag a few of you guys for this. First, I'm going to tag Amy K Makeup because I know she is an eyeshadow junkie just like I am, and she has a lot of eyeshadows in her collection, and I'm really curious as to what she would choose. Then I'm going to tag Brenda's beauty blog because she doesn't seem like she's as into eyeshadow, and I'm curious what somebody who's not obsessed with eyeshadow would choose. Like, I want to see both ends of the spectrum. And then I'm going to tag Bridget Snyder, just because, again, she has an extensive amount of eyeshadows. I mean, she does so many different looks. I think she has a lot of eyeshadows, so I really want to see what she chooses out of all of those as the best. And I will leave the questions down below in the description box, so it makes it easy on you guys for you to be able to answer them. And I also tag any of you who want to do it. I'm sure there will be people that want to do it, and I tag you. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Jess's channel. I will have her link down below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you guys next time. Bye!